Old Pulteney 15 year. Time to rush out and grab one of these bad boys. Stay tuned for the Whiskey Whistle. Hey Whiskey Cats, Mark here at Whiskey Whistle on YouTube, sharing some whiskey awesomeness from Winnipeg, the center of North America, bringing you Old Pulteney from Pulteney Distillery. Old Pulteney, aged 15 years, 46% ABV, matured in ex-bourbon casks and then finished in Spanish oak casks. This one's 46% ABV, and we've got a 70 CL 700 milliliter bottle. And this is one of their new refreshed range, new refreshed bottles from their refreshed range. And check out the bottom here. We've got the compass on the bottom, which is very cool. And same beautiful shaped bottle, which rather looks like a still, which is cool. This was established in 1826, and I think this is my only my second Old Pulteney on the show. The other was the 12-year-old. So let's get that poured, and a quick shout out to my friend James Burton and fellow Winnipeg Whiskey Club member. Hey James, thanks a lot, buddy. Let's get that poured. Not too much. I don't want to steal too much of his delicious whiskey. So that's a bottle on loan, and I traded the Glen Grant 18-year-old. All right, now here on Whiskey Whistle, we check out the color of the whiskey. We check out the legs, kind of like wine legs, whiskey legs. What are they like? What do they tell us? Then we check out the nose, the palate, and the finish, and give it a Whiskey Whistle Whisky Score at the end of the show. So stay tuned right till then, all right? First of all, the color of the whiskey. Let's have a look. What do we see there for color? Pretty much your standard whiskey hue. It is rather right up the middle, medium amber, light to medium amber. Very nice color. Again, this is 46% ABV. I believe it's unchill filtered. Let's see here. Let's assume that it is. I know the 17 was. I've got 2 of those stocked away for someday in the future. And no, I haven't reviewed it, and I'm not sure if I will, because there's no point. It's gone. Is there? What do you think? Should I? Shouldn't I? Open one of them? Okay, how about the legs? Let's check the legs out. What do you see for legs there? Very, very, very slow to start. In fact, you can't even see anything just yet. So let's follow them. Now, Old Pulteney, Pulteney Distillery being coastal in, I guess that's the East Highlands, it is purported to gain a little bit of saline qualities, a little bit of saltiness, and that may actually affect the viscosity of the whiskey. It could also be the very fresh Spanish oak casks and the good bourbon casks that were used for this. Beautiful legs, very slow. Okay, on to the nose. Again, thanks a lot, James. Really, really big. Again, beautiful stone fruits. Light peach. Some poached pears. A hint of a red fruit, kind of like maybe a little bit of fresh raspberry there. Yeah, and there's this little bit of a hint of something salty that I'm noticing on the nose. Kind of like a saltwater taffy or regular butter, salted butter on, say, some kind of a light grain toast. And then add to that some sort of a, they don't make it, but like a vanilla spread. Is there any such thing? Some nice vanilla there. And the Spanish casks are bringing a hint of nutmeg By the way, did you know that nutmeg is really good for you? Anyway, a bit of nutmeg, lots of vanilla. A hint of cinnamon, not much cinnamon though. Virtually no ginger. I shouldn't say that. A hint of ginger there now. Again, this is also smells like it's going to be a little bit effervescent, a little bit sherbety. And a slight candy note. There's a pineapple candy that you can get in Korea, which I quite like. And this is very similar. Okay, on to the palate. Cheers, everybody. It's got this beautiful balance of sweetness and tartness. And then a sprinkling of a light sea salt in there. There is a saline quality to this. And you notice that especially on the finish. It's very mouth-watering. As you carry that in your mouth, you get some white cake. Not the chocolate, but the white. A little bit of that raspberry coming through again. Definite raspberry on the finish. They did a really amazing job with refreshing the range. I know we have one of the older ones. Is it the 25 that we have here in Manitoba? Yes, the 25-year-old. I would love to get that. Oh my goodness. And again, that's... Actually, no, I believe that's their older range. It's got the ship on the front. The tall ship. $712. With tax, that's going to be $800 easy. Pardon me. Let's try that one more time. Cheers again. Comes off a bit dry. And it's really not that overpoweringly potent at 46%. So it's a good drinking strength. But let's try that with a little bit of water anyway. The finish is very long, sweet, pineapple, bit of coconut, a little bit of that raspberry, a little bit of something salty. So a couple of sea salt crystals. Beautiful. Really, really long finish. Very long. Now, if you are new on your journey into single malt Scotch whiskey, you might think, Old Pulteney doesn't sound like a really inviting name. It kind of doesn't. I have distinct memories of scratching my head at the name of Old Pulteney and also Glenfarclas. Little unusual. There's something phonetically deficient. Is it the word old? I wonder. Pulteney? But you know what? The more I get into whiskey, the more I love the names. Glenfarclas sounds lovely now. Old Pulteney sounds lovely now. And this is what happens. So don't let your mind take away any possible journeys that you might take. Just jump on it. Go out and get one. See what it's like. Share it with friends. Okay, with water. More vanilla. More stone fruits, pardon me. They're now more like poached poached peaches or canned peaches or tinned peaches, as they say in the UK. Very sherbety with water, totally like tinned peaches, including the sugar syrup, including a dash of salt. Those fresh raspberries are still there. The finish is beautiful. It's long, it's luscious, it's sweet, it's tart, slightly dry, no savory notes here, except for that little hint of saltiness, if you think that's savory. It's delicious. Now, not a lot of Spanish oak in there. So if you're thinking about how do I categorize this? I would categorize this with bourbon matured. It's got a hint of something light red, that raspberry note, which is nice. But there's no deep raisins or prunes or plum or figgy notes in there. You've got predominantly a bourbon matured type of notes that are developing, with a little bit of raspberry, which is nice, and that hint of salinity, that hint of saltiness, which is very beautiful and really binds it all together, just like a brine is supposed to do. Last taste here. Well done. All right, good job. Beautiful. Is it Inver House, I believe? They've done a really good job with this. And interesting, I think is it magnet? It doesn't open very easily, I'll say that. Yeah, seems like it's slightly magnetic. But interesting and very unique. Certainly stands out with the color. It's got a little bit of a marine look about it, and hence it's called the Maritime Malt. So well done, good stuff, very nice. Let's get on to the WhiskyWhistle Whisky Score for Old Pulteney 15-year-old Old Pulteney, the new version. What is that going to be? Well, folks, it's going to be 88 out of 100. Yep, you heard right, 88 out of 100 for Old Pulteney 15-year-old. Very nice, definitely worth it. Not a bad price also. 88 out of 100. Hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, click the link over here to subscribe. Hit the bell so you're notified of the future Whiskey Whistles. Join me on Patreon. Become a Whiskey Whistle supporter at patreon.com/Whiskey Whistle. All right, check me out there. And if you're in Winnipeg, why not join the Winnipeg Whiskey Club that I'm organizing? So check that out. Lots of stuff to come. And we'll see you in the very near future. Take care, everybody. Goodbye now. And again, thanks, James. Thanks for watching Whiskey Whistle. Be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to give this video a like and leave a comment down below. Be sure to stay tuned next time to join me, the host of the show, Mark, as I explore more whiskeys with you. Take care now, and we'll see you next time.